To round off this short series, you join us a few kilometres down the route after Richard generously rode my PR7 through a technical section that was frankly above my physical ability at the time. Showcasing the diverse ground conditions you can come across in just an hour on the TET, we find ourselves on overgrown, muddy chemin. This is the last week in July 23 in central France. We have just ridden through a long section of mud. The forest tracks are often churned up by the big machines used to harvest the wood, and ruts can be up to a metre deep. Thankfully, the ground is not too sodden, and progress is fairly easy going. Whatever time of year you ride the TET, mud is always a possibility. I've had some bad experiences and falls on mud during my early days on the TET, and playing with tyre pressures has very much helped me to better ride these awkward sections. Riding a predetermined line can be helpful, but balance is important as the wheel is trapped in the groove, and any attempt to correct a balance issue with a steering twist will usually see you covered in mud. Relief, made it.
Yeah, I'm actually quite pleased with that, because
you may have noticed that there's no GPS readout on this video. Unfortunately, I had to resort to a manual camera start, which meant the remote wasn't able to record the data.
Yeah.
Right, let's see. Right?
Yeah, much further to the fuel station.
Don't know. I tell you when I run out. Are you?
I'm fine.
I'll be a motorbike.
This next piece of the route is a complete change of surface. Wet grass is always treacherous, but when it's long, it hides all manner of issues waiting to tip you off. More mud. For me, I'd rather go round it than through it if it's at all possible. Happy to be through the grass without losing the front end, it's time to catch my breath and take in some water. Water is so important on these runs. We both get through 2 or 3 1.5 litre bottles of water a day, and making sure we don't run out is vital, particularly in these warmer temperatures. Water bladders in our backpacks and additional storage for the next supply is a must. Back to the familiar forest tracks. Yet another steep downhill with a small water crossing to traverse. At this stage, I'm not sure how deep it is, or if there are any deep holes. If in doubt, get off and check first. As it is, as I get closer, I can see there are no real issues, and I'm being a little overcautious, as usual. Well, we're reaching the end of this series, and we must shortly go our separate ways. I hope that I've at least given an impression of the terrain and surfaces you will experience on this part of section 23, and aided you in some small way with your TET plans. This trip was further education for me and has benefited both my riding and video utilisation skills. That includes cleaning the camera lens more often. Sorry about that. It has also consolidated my thoughts on tyre pressures for the Dunlop Trailmax Mission. So keep your eyes open for the third and final tyre pressure video for my definitive guide. Thank you as always to the man in front, the French linesmen and the TET organisation in general. You've made an old man very happy. Oh, and if I have learned one thing during this trip, it's not to wear a white shirt under my armour. The camera adds 5 kilos, honest. Stay safe out there and happy trails.